Do you know it's a rare day? It's a day whenever I upload 2 videos in the same day. But, do you know it's an even rarer day? It's the fact that this is not the video you're expecting. It is not the top 10 sponsored monster trucks. Instead, it's a top 20 sponsored / licensed monster trucks. So basically, if a truck has a sponsor, it is eligible for this list. And, yeah. So, without further ado, let's go. Number 20. To kick off our mega top 20, I want to pay a bit of respect to Tony Farrell, who died 3 years ago. That was very tragic. Rest in peace. So, starting off this top 20 is the Built Ford Tough Blue Thunder. Anyone who has been into Monster Jam since prior to 2011, I think, would definitely remember this, or at least recall, because back then, when Lindsay Wink was driving this, they had a promotion, Monster Jam had a promotion, where they would give away a free Ford truck, for whoever found the right key, I think. I could be wrong, but I always liked this paint scheme. The newer paint scheme is just not up to par with this awesome blue paint scheme. Number 19. Alright, here's a throwback to you guys. Number 19 is Power Forward. Now, if you look at this truck, you're saying, wait, this doesn't have a sponsor. Well, this is based off a real person named Karl Malone. If you don't know Karl Malone, well, neither do I. Basically, he's a basketball player. That was kind of the second Michael Jordan, if you will. I'm sorry, I'm not into basketball whatsoever. So, don't judge me. Anyway, I like the orange. I didn't like the black one was okay, but I just like this orange one from 2004, maybe. A whole lot more. If you're wondering, I think this retired in 2005 with a Chevy tooling, which did not look good at all. I like the Ford tooling a whole lot more on this truck. Number 18. At number 18, we have Mopar Magic. Now, this truck brings back a lot of memories. If you don't know what it is, Mopar, I think, is like a windshield company, I think. I could be wrong. And also, there's a Dodge logo on the hood there. If you don't know, this truck, I think, debuted in 2003. But the one that I knew, driven by Ricky Only, debuted in 2008, I think. It ran all the way up until about 2011. And that was replaced with Monster Magic, which was driven by Morgan Kane, or the guy that would become Morgan Kane. And then, I just really like this truck. I like the purple on it, and it just brings back a whole lot of memories from my young days. Number 17. At number 17, I have a truck that I was wanting to put on my top 10 ugliest trucks, but I just forgot. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Again, another truck that brings back a lot of memory. I think it debuted in like 2003, I think, or 2004. It was on Team Gravedigger's side because it was Randy Brown that mostly drove it. Also, there's Pablo Huffaker and one of the Basil brothers. I think it was Aaron Basil. Of course, this truck was notoriously known for ripping off the shell. And this truck eventually retired in 2011. Or maybe 2012, I don't know. Of course, they only ran the red version with one exception. Of course, this was Raphael, I believe. That was the red TMNT. They did run an orange version, although I think it might be a light red version. I'm going to pull a picture of that right now. And there it is, the orange one, although it might look to be a bit red. I think there was like a one-off in 2007, I believe. In fact, just researching it, I didn't even know they made an orange one, or if it's just a mistake or something like that. Number 16. We interrupt our blast from the past to bring you the present. Number 16 is Monster Energy. Of course, everyone knows this truck. It debuted in 2012 under David Bradshaw, though we still miss him because he retired in 2016. Anyway, so Monster Energy. It's a truck, I liked it at first, but eventually I got sick of it, and here's a newer design. Okay, here's a newer design that was driven by Todd LeDuc, and Cody Saucier drove a pickup version, everyone knows that. And then after World Finals 18, Monster Energy debuted Mutant. I'm going to pull up a picture of that right now. And here's a picture of it. It just retired because I believe that Mutant was discontinued, but not Monster Energy itself. So Monster Energy will be coming back, and Mutant will be extinct. It was a truck I kind of got tired of. So I just like Monster Energy a whole lot more than Mutant. Sorry, but it's the truth. Number 15. And number 15 is the Del Taco del Scorcho. If you don't know, Del Taco is mostly a Western food chain, as it's pretty much a ripoff of Taco Bell. Sorry, but I don't live on the West Coast, obviously. So anyway, Del Scorcho, the thing that I like about this is actually the flames on the top, which is a bit cheesy. A bit cheesy on it, but I like it. It only ran, sadly, for 1 year in 2006. It was driven by Frank Kreml. The only thing it's really known for was its freestyle at World Final 7, which about 20 seconds in, the body was already ripped to shreds, literally. But it was a pretty good freestyle, and I'll admit that. And, yeah, that was that. Number 14. At number 14, I bring you another blast from the past. It is DK, Donkey Kong. So, I remember this truck. It debuted at the end of 2007, driven by Frank Kreml. And then, I think it retired around 2010. I just noticed this one doesn't have a tie. Of course, it has a big DK tie in the front. And then eventually they added eyes to it, but then they took them off because it was hindering the driver's sight, just like a lot of other trucks that have things on the windshield. So eventually they took them off, and yeah, it's just another nostalgic truck for me. And of course, I'm a pretty big Mario fan, so that was quite a weird contract that they signed with them. Number 13. Once again, another nostalgic truck. It's the Minimizer Safe Auto. Safe Auto Minimizer, I should say. This truck originally debuted around 2006, and then they got rid of it, I think, late 2009, I believe. And then Mark McDonald, I think, was, he wasn't directly pushing El Toro Loco, I think. I could be wrong. I should know common old Monster Jam logic, but hey, it's another nostalgic truck. I was disappointed they didn't make it, but I see why they didn't make it, along with a lot of other sponsored trucks on this list. Number 12. And number 12, we have WrenchHead.com. If you don't know what WrenchHead is, well, neither do I. It's a truck that debuted in 2000 and ended in 2001. And as you can notice right now, there's Goodyear tires on it. That was back when BKT wasn't every single 3 words that run on the cassette. Anyway, I just like the checkered hood on the front there. And if you don't know, Lyle Hancock drove this truck. And then when they made Blue Thunder, they just dumped Joe Canuso into that truck. And then it has the best. I think it probably has the best World Finals record. They finished second both times, I believe, in freestyle. So I do like the paint scheme on this truck. WrenchHead. Also on the top it says Yahoo.com, which I don't think exists anymore. Well, it could exist anymore, but it's just so irrelevant. It's pretty much become the MySpace of Google searches. Number 11. For the first time in my top 10 series, I'm including a dual spot here. It's the Raminator / Ramunition duo. Also, I forgot to mention there's also Hot C. There's also a part of, so it's technically a trio, but I couldn't find a picture of all 3 of those trucks. Anyway, Raminator and Ramunition. I like both these trucks. They were both I think Raminator debuted in 2004, and then Ramunition came along in around 2010, I believe, or much earlier, but I don't know. Essentially, these are brother trucks driven by Mark Hull and Matt Dishman. And then I saw both these trucks in real life. I saw Raminator twice. So yeah, that is the power of the Dodge right there.